Good morning, everybody. Grandma Bev here from Life with Grandma Bev, and welcome back to my channel. Today is day number 3 of driving. So we are leaving the Carson City area, and we're going to get up as far as halfway through Oregon today. So we just merged on the freeway. We had a wonderful night in the hotel. Of course, we went and ate dinner with some family, and then Callie was just fine. What can I say? She's just, are you back there, Callie? Not a word. She's probably kind of mad. She actually went under the couch when she saw Bob getting her kennel ready. Now, let's see. It's crisp out. We left at 9 o'clock as planned.
57.
It's 57 degrees. So I, needless to say, put on my long pants today. Because when we get up into Oregon, it will be cool. So, see the mountains with the snow ahead? Yeah, it's always pretty through here if you don't have to live in the snow. It happens in the winter. Right, but there's below the mountains, there's a lake. Is that Mono Lake? No.
That's way down south.
Some kind of a lake. So in about 15 minutes or so, we'll be driving through Reno, Nevada. Come back on when we get around the Reno area. And we are driving not right through Reno, but on the freeway through the Reno area. I'm trying to turn you, see if you can see that over there. The tall buildings way over there, of course, are the downtown Reno area, which coincidentally is where Bob and I got married almost 34 years ago. That was a really fun wedding. Everybody came, all our family. We just said we're going to be here at this date, and they all showed up. So it was a lot of fun, no pressure. Of course, even though it's just about 9:30, it's still a little bit more traffic than what we're used to in the area where we come either from Yuma or from the area we live at up at home. For those who do RVing, there is a casino over here to my right. Coming up upon, maybe we just passed it, I don't know, but they've got a nice RV park in there, as they used to. You can see the big building coming up there. That's the one. It's been a lot of different names. It's been Bally's, and what's that one? Somewhere in MGM. There's so many different casinos. Now this is GSR. Turn it back over to see the city, maybe. Hard to see. It's so far off. Yeah. Callie's excited. You can hear. Yeah, we know. She's talking about it. Her first time going through Reno. Yeah. Well, there's somebody. Just reached back to touch her kennel. She's leaning up against it. GSR is the brand, the one that has the RV park. I think Circus did. I don't know if they still do. towards Susanville, staying on 395 North. So when we get up past Susanville, it's going to be beautiful scenery over here. I can show you over there. Kind of see it. See it? I'm almost breaking the holder trying to turn as quickly. But the Reno area has really expanded, just like most other cities now. When I used to come here as a kid, not specifically to Reno, but to the area, none of this was here from this point heading north. Okay, well, I'll come back on when we get to Susanville. Well, we have crossed into California, and we are now coming up on the inspection station. Whenever we travel back and forth between Washington and Arizona, California is the only one that you have to go through inspection stations without fail. See, Arizona will have agricultural inspections in different places. This looks like it was just added recently because it's not really a regular one like you normally see.
It's been here a long time.
So he goes, "What are you eating? Can I have one?"
Okay, thank you.
Well, that was simple. I mainly want to know if you bring it in like any fruits and veggies or plants material, or if you're trying to smuggle something like a person or we've been on the road an hour and a half, and we've come upon the first rest stop that we've seen. You can see it's quite a nice one. And then over beyond it is what's called Honey Lake. So we've been kind of driving along that for a while. But so we're about 20 miles south of Susanville, so I will come back on when we get there. Well, it's almost 11 in the morning, and we are coming into Susanville. It's a population of 17,500. As we're driving. I'll mention some of the things. I did enlarge you so you're seeing things a little closer than it was before. Your regular little town, bigger than some of the others we went through yesterday. A lot bigger. Oh, there's a Goodwill.
Dollar Tree.
And a Dollar Tree. Right next to each other. Oh my gosh. And there's a Dollar General. For those of you who are new to my channel, I'm known for doing videos of things I find in Goodwill and Dollar Tree and different thrift stores, different stores. And once I get back home up in Washington, I'll be back in my old neck of the woods. where I know where everything is. Of course, in Yuma, we've been going there so many years. We know where everything is there too. It's just, I don't know. It seems like our hometown it has a bigger population than Yuma. Don't you think, honey? Okay, the gas at this express station is $4.99. I'm still waiting for Bob to answer my question.
Population? Yuma's a lot bigger than where we live in.
Is it bigger?
Yeah.
I mean, it's more spread out.
And a lot more people.
But if you add all the little cities that we have at home, I guess because at home, a lot of stores are more concentrated in certain, different areas. After we get out of this little town, we'll be going through a lot of forested areas, which are very pretty. At some point, we'll be able to see Mount Shasta. And I imagine it's probably pretty full of snow right now, this time of year. Old movie theater. They had new movies in there that are out.
That's pretty much it.
It's a pretty building straight ahead there. Oh, it's a Eagles Hall. Elks. Same species, right? Eagles and elks. Starts with the same letter. Here we gotta watch for deer crossing the road, they say. We've seen one deer on that other section of the road and a kitty cat. Anxious to leave by around March, head for home. But at the house, we have everything, of course, there. Dishwasher, everything. Looks like my camera is jiggling as we're going around little curves. So if you see yourself shaking or the camera shaking, it's just because of the road. Coming out of the town because we're merging back into one lane each direction. So a lot of this part of the trip, I won't be talking your ear off. If it's pretty, I'll leave it on. And you can just watch the scenery. So in 3 miles, we take the Redding Mount Shasta turnoff. And I can say that part of the highway is beautiful. So we'll come back on when we get to it. And I am back. Enjoyed some of that scenery. I just left the camera going. See how much I end up leaving on. As you can see from straight ahead to the trees is Mount Shasta. So the drive starts getting prettier as we're seeing more remember how to do it, but when we get home, I'll be able to do this on my laptop, and that's where I can get in to get the free music. Ahead, you see the mountains through there every so often. At least with snow on them, they're easy to spot. As you can tell, we're still in the burning area. Up to my left is up and on the hill, and on to my right it's a drop off. And I can see down there it's all burned trees. Ahead, what you're looking at are all burned trees. Get some people to slow down. Oh, good. They're pulling over. Thanks, guys. Oh, that's a fancy looking truck.
It's a Tesla.
Oh,
it's a battery electric truck.
A Tesla truck. That was interesting. Would have known that's what we were going to see. I would have turned towards that way. Okay, we have 82 miles to Mount Shasta City. And then we'll be getting onto Interstate 5. And we'll be on Interstate 5 all the way up to Tacoma, Washington. construction with a flagger, and by the time we got through it all, it was like a half hour we lost. So now we're about 30 miles from Mount Shasta City, where we will probably stop for lunch. We passed our half hour mark, mile-wise.
Half hour. Halfway mark.
I mean, halfway mark. And we've been on the road for just about 4 hours. There it goes. There it comes. I know Callie. She thinks I'm talking to her, which I am. She's been a little restless since we were in that road stoppage. And her meowing doesn't bother us. I mean, it doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother you any. No, it doesn't bother us. It just, we get concerned maybe there's something wrong.
She talks all the time anyway.
Yeah, because she talks all the time anyway at home, you know. We're always carrying on conversations, and she answers us, and we answer her, and vice versa, back and forth. Yeah, isn't it pretty? Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Yeah. But you know, she really seems to like staying in hotels. She did not want to leave this morning. And I mean, every one of them, she's been so good. She just checks around and everything. And you know how cats are curious. They like to check out everything. So it gives her something different to do. Last night, she slept between us on the bed, a good part of the night. Looks like we lost a mountain for a minute. Isn't it gorgeous through here? I just love driving through the trees. And that part of camping I'll miss is the camping in the trees and stuff, and like along a lake. But through the last many years, we haven't done much of that kind of camping anyway. By the time we spend 6 months living in the motorhome down in Arizona, we don't feel like going back out in it during the summer. It's just really a lot of work to load them up and unload them. Especially if you're going to be gone a long time like we usually were. Still see snow on the sides of the roads up here. You can see part of it coming straight on. If you just look straight, there's snow. It's still marked icy, but I don't think it is. once we get onto Interstate 5, Mount Shasta will be along my right side for a good long portion of the trip. Well, we have entered Mount Shasta City. Let me see if I can turn you over to my right where you'll see the mountain again. Now it went on a view. You kind of see it every so often. So we're going to find somewhere to have lunch. And then we'll have about 3 more hours of driving to get to where we're going to be staying for the night. So, hope you enjoyed this part of the trip. The rest of it's not going to be very much to show you. So, I'll come on if something does come up. So, bye for now. Cute little town, so I've come back on, but I haven't seen any fast food places. We can't really go inside anywhere, maybe, because we got Miss Callie in the car. Food places in Mount Shasta that we could spot on the road we were going down, so took us right back onto the freeway, and we're going to go to the next town, and then we'll have our lunch there, and maybe Mama will get to go potty. This is kind of a pretty hill here, I think. It doesn't seem to ever get snow on it, but it's always kind of smaller again. Getting off in the little town of Weed, and we have found a McDonald's. We haven't really eaten at McDonald's this whole trip, though, have we? This is a small town with a population of 3,000. Oh, wow. The mountain over here to my right. I have to get that when we're coming back out. We are here. We're going to get our lunch, and then I will come back on later. Look at that mountain. Isn't it majestic? We're stopped here at the McDonald's in Weed, and I had to get out and take a good view of this. It is about 5 minutes to 3, and we are just about across the border from California into Oregon. Here we go. Okay, difference in the pavement. Starting over with the mileage signs, and over to my right, just about, I've seen the Oregon welcomes you. And let's see. That means we have gone through, in order, Arizona, California, Nevada, California again, and now Oregon. So, a lot of little transitions. Yeah, we are going up to mile marker 99 today. So we'll be in about an hour and a half. So around 4 o'clock we expect to be at our next hotel. So I will come back on when we are getting off the freeway for that. Otherwise, if I don't, thank you for watching this video, and please comment, share, like, and subscribe. So I may see you later. Yeah, hello, you actually get to see me. I've had you focused on the traffic all day long, but we just had a couple of interesting things we've seen today on the trip. One with an older woman walking along the freeway, pushing a walker. Now, we had not seen any car or anything to figure that she came from that, but she's pushing a walker. And now we just saw a police car pull over to the side of the road, but out in the field was a guy standing there with his hands handcuffed behind his back. We didn't see the cop, didn't see another car, so we don't know what that was about. But, there's a lot of silly things you see when you're driving long hauls like this. Let's face it, people are funny sometimes. Well, we are almost to our exit for the night, and Miss Callie is ready. See this thing here? That's what she's in. See, she just answered me. So she's been getting kind of antsy. I think she wants to go potty, but she'd prefer to do it after we get into the hotel. So, here's a mess. I'd say we've got, about 8 miles to go? Is that right, honey?
I don't know. I can't look right now.
Yeah, something like that. We've got about 8 miles. So I'm going to end this before we get off for the hotel, because you see the hotel in a separate video, and I want you to watch that, because this is going to be at a casino. So again, I'd like to thank you all for supporting my channel with these long drives we do. I mean, you've really been putting in the hours watching this stuff, or at least the views, for a short while. So, it keeps me doing them if I see people are watching them. So again, please comment, share, like, and subscribe. And we all love you, and we will see you tomorrow morning when we get on the freeway for the last part of our trip, and we'll be home. Yay! Love you all. Bye. And I am back. Change of plans. I booked the hotels over 2 months ago, and the site said pets allowed. And when I registered, I put down that we have a cat, right? Now, we've driven 400 miles. We get there, and he says, oh, no cats allowed. It's like, what? Oh, only dogs. I said, well, she acts like a dog, so just say she's a dog. He's like, I can't do that. Some guy's trying to squeeze through here. Anyway, so then Bob came in looking for me. I said, I yell across the line, they don't take cats. So then Bob gets involved. We're both arguing with the guy, which is not like us to do that. I said, we can keep her in her whole big kennel. I said, I promised her we were finished driving. Now I got to go back and tell her we're not. So here's a little warning. No, not a warning, but just a little. The casino here in Canyonville does not accept cats. It will accept your dogs. It'll accept a fish, because we checked in one time with a fish. it will not accept cats. And because we booked it on booking.com, which I always book all our hotels on booking.com, I'm a big user of them, the guy couldn't cancel our reservation. I said, well, so will we not get our money back then? Because, you know, you have to cancel by a certain time. And he says, well, you're going to have to call booking.com and get it settled. Oh, I will. Trust me. So, to the kids' credit, I felt sorry for him. Because when we do get going, we can really get going. Excuse me. So he looked up to another hotel up in the next city, which is about 25, 30 miles up. And he called them and asked them if they accept cats, which I knew they did because it was the same kind of hotel we stayed in last night. I said, we don't mind paying a fee. You know, so gave Bob the number right then and there. We sat before we got back in the car, made a reservation, stressed it was a cat. Oh, goodness, that motorhome's pulling out of the gas area for cars instead of going over to the motorhome area. So anyway, we were out of gas. You know, we were down to like a gallon left. So we went over to the RV part where we used to camp at, right? And fill up here before we get back on the road. So everything's okay. It's just aggravating because now I'm going to have to, and I bet you anything Bob's going to want me to do this the minute I get into the hotel room. Which I'm one that hates to make phone calls. That's why I do everything online. So that's it. Looks like our gas tank is full. We now have a clean windshield again. We're ready to start tomorrow. So, again, have a good night. Do what you need to do, you know, your usual subscribe, blah, blah, blah stuff. So, I love you all. Bye.